Hey everybody, Brian back with you in your P2P membership. Welcome to an advanced session. I'm excited to move with you today. Let's get right into it. So what we're going to do is a little bit of bouncing. We're going to do a lot of jumping, a lot of bouncing today. So we want to warm up the lower leg, the foot, the ankle, really get those areas moving and grooving, increase some blood flow to them. So as we do our bouncing, again, remember this is an advanced session, so we're going to do our upper body joint mobility at the same time. So we're going to take the wrists and glide in and out. So hopefully you've practiced some of your daily mobility series and you got a feel for those joint movements. And then we're going to move to the elbow, so arms out to the side and elbow circles both sides. And reverse. Good. Good job. All right, let's give the ankles and the arch of the foot a little bit of a break. We'll come back to that in a second. Let's go to shoulder circles, and let's try that on a single leg. Nice job. Reverse. Let's go out in front and switch legs. So front, shoulder circles, reverse. Nice job. While we're here on this single leg, let's take advantage of that and go right to an ankle circle. So that elevated foot, circling around. Nice job. Whew. Starting to get the core temperature up already a little bit. Let's go to the other side. Big ankle circles. Smooth that out. Good. Next, I want you to pop that foot into the ground 10 times. You go at the intensity that you feel comfortable with, but we're going to drive that elevated foot down. Pop, pop, pop. So just warming up that bottom of the foot. Get a nice ground connection. Let's do 5 to 10 of those. Switch sides. That'll wake up those muscles and nerve endings on the bottom of the foot, lower leg. Good job. All right, we're going to make some tight fists. Squeeze and release. Explosive tensioning, explosive relaxation. Learn to turn those muscles off and turn them on quickly. A lot of value to that in a lot of different areas of life. Squeeze, release. Squeeze, release. Nice job. All right, let's move into a little bit of spine movement. I want you to bend your knees. Just find a soft knee position. We're going to tilt to the side, roll through the front. I want you to go all the way right into a back circle. So that was the front half. Now go to the back half of the back circle. Let's come around again. Nice job. And once we come up, tall, lengthen. Let's go the other direction. Let's go back, forward. Getting that low back warmed up. These should be pain-free. Stay in your pain-free range. And coming back up. Nice job. Awesome. That gives you a little vestibular warm-up if we're getting deeper into those ranges of motion too. Let's move to your mid-back. So now stable in the lower abdomen, low back, and tilt that mid-back area side to side. Good job. So we're moving that chest bone or sternum to lateral tilt, side to side. And that motion comes out of the thoracic spine. Woo! Motion is lotion, baby. Let's go right, left rotations, mid-back again. Good job. You can let those arms swing into it a little bit if you want. Focus on, again, low back stability, hip stability, but rotation right above that in the mid-back. Awesome. You go at the pace that works for you, and then we're going to go to head and neck rotations. Imagine your chin's on a board. And then we're going to go lateral tilt. Lengthening into these, so imagine that there's a little feather weight, 1 pound weight on the crown of your head, and you're pushing that weight up towards the sky as you do your tilts. Nice job. Woo, let's go back to bouncing. Should be starting to feel a little warm and a little bit more prepped to get into some advanced strength movements. We got some vestibular for you today. We got some power movements. Again, that hopping, bouncing work. one of my favorites, to be honest with you. Let's go ahead and go to the lower leg, kind of unloading and taking the joints through some mobility. Side to side, we're going to weight shift and let that ankle tip to the inside. Good job. As you go now and go to the side, tilt to the inside of the ankle, let's add a little rotation. So trunk rotation after each inside ankle tilt. Leave that trailing ankle in the inside tilt and then rotate away. Beautiful. Nice job. Woo. Let's go 1 foot forward, cross that foot over the back foot, and then let's do some lateral tilts here. So challenge that balance a little bit more with lateral tilts today. Let's go the other way. Make a line, imagine you're on a balance beam, or not if you prefer not to, but get those feet linear. Narrow that base of support, work on that balance, ankle tilts to the side. Hey, good. Let's go ahead and do some arm swings. So we're just gonna swing the arms front to back, posing motion there, and really focus on that elbow drive back. So if you push your elbow back behind you, push that hand past the hip behind you, you should notice a little bit of elasticity, almost like a slingshot motion where the arm wants to rock back forward a little bit more naturally. This becomes sometimes more effortless if you can actually get that back swing to improve on the arm swing mechanic. Good job. Woo! All right, we're going to go ahead and go into our first, so-called pre-flex movements. So they're really lengthening, working on elasticity, and then unloading and going through some patterns kind of fast. So the first, I'm going to use a light hand weight. You don't have to, but can of soup, light hand weight, or just making a fist, an imaginary weight works well as well. So we're going to go into a hip hinge. After the hip hinge, it's a single leg hip hinge today. So we're hip hinging. We're going to reach the weight and the free hand towards the base foot. After that reach, we're going to explode up and reach. So we're reaching back and then we're reaching up. Reaching back and then reaching up with that weight. Okay, so from the front, rotate over that base leg and come up nice and tall. From here, we want to go fast, getting right overhead. Nice job. Let's do one more on that side and then we'll switch. Whew, awesome. So weight goes over the base foot side. Both hands reach towards that foot. Then we're going to go up quick. Nice. So we're loading, exploding up. Load that base foot, base of support, explode up. Nice. 2 more. Here we go. Nice job. You can jump out of it if you're feeling really peppy. Good. Way to go. So that preflex, really good for the posterior chain or the back of the body. Now we're going to work on the front of the body. And so if you got a mat, awesome. If you don't, this works on the floor as well. You also could benefit sometimes from anchoring one or both of your feet. So if you had a heavy kettlebell that wasn't going anywhere, or a couch, bed, a car, you can get your feet under the edge there and use that anchor point for what we're going to do next. So with this one, it's a sit-up motion. It should be pain-free. If it's not, maybe skip it, go back to your single leg deadlifts. But if it is pain-free, we're going to come back, reach with the hand weight, explode up, and come right up into a sit-up. What we want as a key here is a tuck in the pelvis. So the tailbone is tucked underneath. It's not kind of cramming into the floor, but it's tucked to protect it. And then also that will kind of naturally bring the low back into a more neutral position and help the low back kind of flatten out into the floor. Abs need to be engaged on this one. It's going to be one of the primary drivers to bring you up, as well as the shoulder on the weighted side. So we're going to reach back again. Let's do 5 of these. We're coming up quick. Reach, up, reach is the preflex. We're really loading, like loading a slingshot. There's some elasticity to that. Good. Same thing on the other side. So I'll show you without the foot anchored. You could have it anchored. Don't necessarily have to. Coming up, reach and go. Reach and go. Keep that tailbone tucked. Couple more. Let's get 5 aside. Ooh, and up. Nice job. Awesome. That sets us up for what we're going to do next, which is front back rolls. And so we're going to maintain that tailbone tuck. Probably the number one key on this exercise. Awesome vestibular movement. So we're getting that inner ear, really here, the anterior posterior canals on the front and back of the head. A lot of nice healthy stimulus. They're often not stimulated enough in adults. So we're going to rock back and then rock up. Okay? So keeping that tailbone tucked. Hands can be down on the floor to support. And I'm using my legs a little bit for momentum here, okay? So let's get 10 of these. Good job, you got this. This prevents disuse in that vestibular system. Disuse often leads to dysfunction, and we want to keep that area healthy. So use it, don't lose it. You can go slow with these at first. You can also start with your VORs, where your head's nodding and your eyes are on a target. That's also going to stimulate those canals, but not as intensely. Remember, this is an advanced session, so we're going to go into line hops next. So 3 different types of line hops. I want you to shoot for about 20 seconds per iteration on this one. So you can find a line to hop over. If you don't have one, that is A-okay. Gonna get 20 seconds on the clock. We're on ball of foot. Feet can be together or slightly separated, maybe 8 inches, 12 inches apart. We're gonna then imagine that there's a line on the floor and we're hopping first side to side. So first variation, we're going side to side line hops. Ready, set, and go. Good job. So staying up on the ball of foot, pushing that big toe in to the floor as you hop to stabilize the foot. Way to push through. This is awesome for your lymphatic system. Another good vestibular one. Whew. And we're establishing, relax, good. We're establishing good rigidity and strength in the Achilles tendon, the lower leg. We're starting to kind of bulletproof that ankle. So next one we're going into is shin box into a transverse ab lunge hold. So I'll walk you through that. We're going to start on the floor again. In our shin box, we're going to rock hands down behind you and then rock the knees side to side with the feet just rolling over the floor but staying in about the same spot. All right, so let's do 5 of those. We're going to come up into our lunge. When you get to one side in the shin box now, whichever shin you're closest to, you would be leaning over. Point that foot. We're going to point the toes into like a ballet foot. That's going to create a spot to roll over. So we're basically rolling over that foot to come up now. Step the back leg forward. We're going to ball a foot on this back foot. Come up and just hover kind of in that lunge position. Back knees hovering. Now I want you to pull the feet together. Imagine that you're scissoring those feet and trying to pull them together like you're closing the scissors in between the feet. Tuck your pelvis, tuck your tailbone a little bit. Lengthen up and you should feel some lower ab engagement. That's the transverse ab part of the lunge. Nice job. Pull, pull, pull those feet together. Here we go. Good. We're going to ease down onto that. And then we're going to roll that back leg through. We again got that foot pointed. That helps you roll down to the floor. And then we're going to pivot and go transverse ab, lunge hold the other way. So point the opposite foot, rock up to the shin, bring that back leg through, come up. We're in that lunge position with the tailbone tucked, tall posture, scissor the feet together. Here we go. Gonna go for about 20 seconds. Pull, pull, pull. Woo. We're really working the legs today. It's gonna become a common theme through this workout. We're gonna do a little bit of pressing, some push-ups, so we'll get in some upper body too. All right, let's relax out, shake the legs out a little bit. From there, we're gonna go into a forward to back hop. So now, our imaginary line is going this way in front of us, we're standing behind it. We're gonna get up on ball of foot again. We're gonna go 20 seconds on a forward to back line hop. Ready, set, here we go. job. Again, pushing that big toe into the floor. Way to breathe, a little bracing in the abdomen. 3 seconds. Here we go. Woo! Good job. That's awesome. All right, relax out. We're going to go one more time through shin box to transverse ab, lunge, hold. All right. Gotta love the naming system. So we're going to go ahead and pivot back and forth a couple times. Let's go 3 rocks through the hips, and then point that foot, rock up to the shin. We're going to swing the back leg through, find ball of foot on the back foot, push those toes into the floor a little bit, tuck the tailbone, tuck the pelvis, and pull those feet together. Here we go. Whoo! Way to go. You're going to feel stretch on that back leg. Also, actually, as you scissor the feet together, getting some strengthening on the quad on that back leg in a lengthened position. So really fantastic exercise for the abs, the lower body. Let's ease our way out of it. We're going to point this foot, come gently down to the floor, pivot the other way. So shin box, and then we're going to point this opposite foot, rock up. You got this. Here we go. And we're up to that lunge hold. Good job. Fantastic for building functional strength. So you can imagine for getting up and down off the floor. Want to help you get up. Here we go. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. We're going to ease our way out of it. And we're going to point that foot again. I think I got that right. Maybe. All right, cool. So relax out. We're going to do a hop again. So line hop, but this is more of like a scissor action. So the feet are going to go front to back. Then we get 20 seconds on the clock. You can find your line or imaginary line. And this one I like to do kind of a opposing arm action with it. So kind of like hopping, running in place. Ready, set, here we go. And stand on those balls of feet. Pushing the big toe in again. You got this. Way to strengthen that foot and ankle. If they fatigue before 20 seconds, hey, you take a quick break and then come right back to it. Right? It's better to come back and train tomorrow and recover faster instead of trying to overdo it. So listen to your body. All of this advanced workout stuff is within the context of listen to your body, and you want to come back ready to recover the rest of today and then into your next day so that you can come back, get the most out of your next session. So lateral pogo hop is next, and we got 3 of these. We're going to drive the arms and try to create a little bit more height on these. And in the lateral pogo hop, I'm going to try to land with my feet under the hips. So I'm not super narrow on this one. I'm also not like super wide out here. Okay. So, show you what it looks like. We're going to drive the arms up, hop up, 2 and 3. So you're going 3 to one side, 1, 2, 3 to the other side. That's our first set. So we're just going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. The next one, could use a mat if you wanted to. We're doing a little bit of spiral push-up action. I'll give you a couple options. So kneeling is one. So in the kneeling version, it's nice to have a mat or a pad out so you can throw the knees on there. And then we're going to drive the elbows out as we come down into the push-up, and then spin and drive the elbows in as you come up to the top. So elbows out on the way down, elbows in on the way up. And if you feel like you can pop up or explode up a little bit out of that, go for it. We can also go to the full push-up position. So if you're kneeling, stick with it. Let's do a few more. If you want to go to the full feet, toes to hands push-up, here we go. Elbows out on the way down, in on the way up. Think about almost a spring-loaded action through that arm to pop yourself back up to the top. Nice job. Awesome. We're gonna go right back to our lateral hops. So 3 to the side, and then we'll go back to push-up. 3 one way, 3 the other way. Ready for those pogo hops. And we'll take a quick water break. We're gonna go push-ups again. So 1, 2, 3. Nice job, relax. We're going 3 back. The other way, nice job. Whew. Water if you need it. And then let's get back into those push-ups. So up to you if you want to go, again, kneeling or full on push-ups. If you're kneeling, and again, you're feeling good with kind of the drive and the pep, the springiness of that coming out of the push-up, you can try a little lift off, bringing the hands up off the floor a little bit. So kind of a little plyometric action for the upper body. Here we go. Woo. Let's do a few. Give yourself a few seconds to recover. Let's go back and do a few more. You got this. Here we go. Way to get a lot out of this session. Here we go. Elbows out on the way down, in on the way up. Nice job. Awesome. All right. The next phase of this workout, we're going to do 3 kettlebell movements. So you need 2 kettlebells. We're going to do a clean, a squat, and a press. And then we're going to do a different version of push-up. So kind of a advanced push-up. And the kettlebell movement, we're going to start behind the bell so you can get your two kettlebells out. You could do this with 1. So if you have 1 kettlebell, it's a clean hiking the bell up. You're going to bring the weight around to the outside of the wrist, and then squat, and then come up and press. So that would be on repeat for 5 reps. Clean, squat, press, and then you'd switch sides. So if you're using 1 bell, take a little bit longer. So we'll give us some rest time in between sets here. A, to recover, because that's good for your body, and to help you get the most out of that next set. And B, in case somebody's using a single kettlebell, take a little bit more rest time with these. So you got 2 bells, same thing. We're gonna clean, use the hips to accelerate those weights up to the shoulder. Push the hips back into the squat and then press. That's 1. Here we go, let's get 5. Breathing throughout, using that hip tension, hip acceleration to clean those bells, and then a little hip tension on the press too to protect the back. So buttocks muscles engaged. Let's go 1 more. Here we go. Good. And set that weight down. Awesome work. Grab a sip of water. And again, somebody's using 1 kettlebell. Let's take a little bit of rest time here. To give anyone who needs time to finish up that second side. All right, we're going 10 push-ups on the knuckles next. Woo! Sweating a little bit. So, hope you are as well. We're gonna get into a fist or a knuckle position for some push-ups. This is great for hardening some of the ligaments in the hand, the wrist. If you're not comfortable with it, you can do normal push-ups. You can do elevated push-ups. Or we're gonna go on the knuckles, drive the hips up, engage the quads. So we want to squeeze the front of the thigh here. And then we're going to come down, drop into the push-up, go back into the tent position, tailbone up towards the sky, quads tight, and then drop back in. Nice job. Here we go. Way to get after it. Let's go through 5 of these. Tent position. Driving the head through the elbows. And right back into the push-up. Woo! Way to go. Way to build some strength, build some resilience, and a little hardening, a little conditioning in those hands. Good job. We're going to go right back to the kettlebells in a second. So catch your breath, grab some water if you need it, and here we go. Same thing, it's clean squat press. We're going to go 3 rounds of these, and then we're going to cool it down. Way to get after it. Here we go. Clean, bring them up, squat, and press the weights overhead. Firmness in the hips, in the abs. Work on locking those elbows at the top. Nice job. Whew, tough. Grab water if you need it. If anybody's finishing up with 1 bell, we'll take a little rest time while you knock that out. Awesome job. Tough work today. All right, we're going back to either push-ups or knuckle push-ups. All right, here we go. I'm gonna set up whatever position you're working on. We're still gonna go into that V tent position with tailbone up towards the sky in between. In between each push-up. What I want you to shoot for is 10 reps this time. Let's kick it up a little bit. We'll go 5, 10, 5 on these. 5 the first set. 10 the second set. And then 5 on the last set. Whew. Way to push. Feeling that in the hands. So if you're doing knuckles with me, if it's your first time, maybe use a pad, use a padded bench. That can be helpful. Woo! Feel good though after shaking them out, wiggling them a little bit. Then let's go right back to clean squat press, 5, 5, 5. Okay. Last set. Here we go, last set, best set. And we're gonna go clean squat press. 1 more set of push-ups. Just 5 push-ups to finish out. Here we go. Clean squat and press, nice job. Push that big toe in as you come out of the squat. Push the big toe into the floor. You got this. Way to drive, way to finish strong. Whew. Nice job. All right. We're gonna go 1 more set of push-ups. A little water if you need it. And again, a little bit of time here. If somebody's using a single kettlebell, way to finish. Here we go. If you did your 2 bells, way to go. Going single bell, just clapping it up for you. Way to power through it, yes. All right, we're going right back to knuckle push-ups. It's 5 to finish. You got this. As you drive the tailbone up towards the ceiling, heels down towards the floor, you should feel a little stretch in the calf and the ankle. Good job, way to knock them out. Woo! Awesome. All right, for the cool down today, we're going to do a little bit of nerve glide work. So let's start with upper body. Just been doing some push-ups, some presses. So the radial nerve, we'll go thumb across the palm, flex the wrist, lock the elbow. Those fingernails are pointed back and then facing the floor. We're going to press that shoulder blade down on that side and gently tip the head away a couple times. Nice. Let's go through a couple shrugs on that side. So lift the shoulder, press it back down, lift, press back down, shake that out. Same thing on the other side, thumb across the palm, flex the wrist, lock the elbow, shoulder down. Shoulder blade can lift and then press back down a couple times, then hold it down and add in some gentle lateral head tilting. Hey-yo, nice. Shake that out. We're gonna extend the wrist, extend the elbow. A little bit of median nerve glide for you to finish. Wave that hand in and out a little bit. Fingernails are now up towards the ceiling. And let's do some head tilts. A little chin tuck. And same thing on the other side. Extend the wrist, lock the elbow. Fingernails to the sky. Shoulder blade down. And let's do a little bit of lateral head tilt. A little bit of chin tuck. Stay tall in that chin tuck. Shoulder and hand are down on this side. Whew. And then relax out. Nice job. All right, couple for the lower body. Did a lot on that lower leg today. The calf, the soleus, gastroc. So let's pull the toes up. Swivel that foot to the outside. Come in. And let's do a little bit of a gas pedal with that foot. On and off the gas. Good job. Way to breathe. And switch. Good. Toes pulled up. Swivel that foot out. Hinge. Find that gentle stretch. 3 out of 10 maybe. And then pump the foot. And let's relax out. Same on the other side. This time let's point the foot. Scoop the foot in. It's actually a different nerve glide. And then hinge forward. Find that gentle stretch sensation. This time let's floss it a little bit through the low back. So keeping that heel elevated on the front foot. I'm going to bend forward and then rotate the spine and shoulders slightly towards that side. Same thing on the other one. Good. Scoop the foot in. Press the toes into the floor, heels up. And we're going to scoop through that low back forward and then rotate. Nice job. Ready to crush this workout today. Looking forward to seeing you in the next one. Thanks.